everyone, Boston Joe here. I figured I'd make a quick video. I've decided to do something cosmetic to the vet. I've been planning it for a while and I just haven't done it. And of course now I've waited till it's fall, and it's actually a pretty cold fall here in New England. But I want to do white letter tire stickers for my Eagle F1 supercar tires on the vet. And I'm liking how it came out. I'm on the fourth one, so I figured why not shoot a little video for it, and you guys can see, you know, a little bit of the prep work and what it takes to throw them on. I'm actually very happy with them so far. At first, when I looked at it, you know, and I've seen a couple, and you go out to shows and guys got them on, and some of the corners are peeling, but I have a feeling that they're using the self-stick ones. The tire stickers I have are the permanent version that you actually put on with a rubber tire glue, and you do a little prep work with epoxy and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you a few of the steps and show you the final result in this video, and so check it out. First step, of course, pull off the wheel. You can probably do this on the vehicle. I prefer, it just feels a lot easier for the cleaning and everything like that. I was able to clean the inside of the barrels of the wheels, clean the calipers and stuff while I've got the wheels off. So it's just easier for me to take the wheels off. And then first step in the actual process of the tire stickers is just to get your the rubber free of all dirt and oil. Basically, the instructions that come with the tire stickers say this may take, you know, 10 or more times with some acetone. So just a little bit of acetone on a nice clean rag, and then just keep, you know, rubbing the rubber portion, especially, you know, I've been cleaning the whole tire, but then I'm paying special attention to the areas that I know that I'm going to apply my tire stickers. You know, it says to wipe until the rag wipes clean. I'll tell you, it's very light, but I tell you, I did probably 30 times on some of the other tires, and I still got, you know, light oil or light dirt coming off, but you don't even know. It could be some of the rubber come on. But I'm having very good luck with the tire stickers actually adhering. And what the other thing that I'm doing, and you'll see in the next couple of steps, is it's cold out in this garage. It's probably about 50 degrees out here. You're supposed to do this in a 65-degree working environment. So what I'm actually doing is I'm bringing the wheels inside the house and working up on a table, and I'm actually using a blow dryer to heat up the rubber a little bit. But you'll see that in the next couple of steps. But anyway, just keep cleaning with acetone. Okay, and, like I said, I'm going to bring this in the house, so I will see you in the house. Okay, we are in the house. Stella is just chilling, doesn't know what the hell's going on. Actually, she does. She saw me do 3 of these last night. So I got the wheel there. It's actually been in the house for about an hour. I did check tire pressure on a couple of the cars we had while that sat in here. I actually have a blow dryer in there that I'm going to warm up the rubber with as well. But I've got my acetone in the house now because I've got to clean the back of the tire stickers so that you have 2 clean mating surfaces to use. And they give you the rubber cement that you're going to use. It's fairly easy to work with, and it has a good set time, so you actually have a good amount of time once you apply it to the decals to move around just a little bit. You don't want too much tire cement on there, or else you'll end up with, you know, little shiny spots all around. But then this is my little instruction sheet that you get with it. It makes it nice and simple. My little razor knife, because one of the things I'm going to do is this tire, even though it's got 11,000 miles on it, still has some of the nice little the rubber you know, pieces that are sticking out of there. So a couple of places where I'm going to put the tire stickers, I cut those off with the razor blade. So that's about it. A nice clean rag to work with, just a piece of wood, because what I do is I trim some of the facing sheet so that it's right at the top of the letter, so that I can line the letter up with this this line right here, so that I get a nice even spacing and everything like that. So that being said, let's jump right into it. What are the other things you're gonna want a bunch of? We keep a box in the house all the time. These are vinyl gloves. I don't know, they say solvent repellent gloves. They actually give you a set of gloves. I went through probably about 4 per tire, so after you're all done, we're talking about 32 gloves. But the box comes with 100, you know, at least in there. So, and then first thing I'm gonna do, because I know it just makes everything easier to work with if it's the warmer it is. So I'm just heating up the tire a little bit, and then I'm also gonna heat up the tire stickers themselves, and then even a little of the glue. You don't have to, but every little bit helps. Up the side that says Goodyear because that's the one I'm going to do first. And then now I'm going to take my razor blade and I'm just going to trim off a couple of the little rubber nips there, whatever you want to call them. That's it. So my next step now, I've got my the word year ready. You're gonna take your glue. This thing said it had to be pierced. Some of the older bottles probably have a piece that you gotta pierce on the inside. Mine did not have that. It has a 2-piece top, which is perfect. It has this little red thing on there. I don't know what the hell that is, if that's something to use to spread, but I didn't even bother. It's got a decent small tip on it. And I just put a small amount, you know, kind of in lines on each letter, and using the tip without squeezing more onto it, I just spread it out evenly onto the rubber. If you use too much, it's going to start oozing out and make all these little shiny spots. I found that, and I've done 3 wheels, and my glue is maybe, you know, I don't know, a 1/10 of the way down. I'm not even sure. But I felt, and some people take the glue afterwards and seal around all the letters. I felt that once I got that nice and even and I put a whole even layer on there, I was pretty happy with what I saw. I saw glue all the way to all the edges, and I'll show you in the final product how it came out. So I'm pretty happy with it. If I start to get something peeling up, I'll peel it back, put a little glue on, and then reattach it, and maybe I'll do a little more sealing. But for now, I think less is better, and it doesn't make a mess either. So I'm going to apply the glue to the year, and we'll get it on the tire. One thing I did want to mention before I throw the glue on there, I do have my razor, and when they trimmed it, they don't trim it to the exact top of the letters. I am going to trim the facing paper so that it's exactly, I can see the top of the letters so that I can line everything up. Let's get gloved up. Anyone need the prostate checked? Okay, I'm trying to give you guys a close-up right there. Yep, you can actually see what I've got on there for glue. It looks like a lot, but it really isn't. I kind of put it on there, you know, a little bit thick, but I lined with the letter, and then all I did was spread it out with the tip. Okay, I've gotten my the word year in position by using the Y and the R because I had taken the portion of the face away, lined it exactly up with the radius curve on the line that I want on this tire. Your tire might be different. Every tire is going to have a little different layout. And then I'm taking the same cloth that I used for the acetone. You know, it's mostly dry. It just has little spots of acetone, so it's not affecting it. And then I am applying pressure to the entire sticker all at once. That's another reason why you only want to apply, you know, 4 to 5 letters at a time. In addition to getting that perfect curve and that perfect lineup, this helps you, you know, so that you can hold on the sticker for about 30 to 40 seconds. I've been doing it for a little while longer while the video was off and everything like that. The other thing I have on my tire is there's actually an indent or a line below the word Goodyear on this tire where it drops down a little bit. So I've actually, I want to make sure that my tire stickers are completely sealed against the surface. So I know that I've got to give extra pressure with my fingertips at the bottoms of each one of those letters to make sure that it's kind of, there's glue taking up that gap in there to hopefully seal it against the tire. So I'm doing a series of pressing. You know, you're trying to go from the center out to make sure you got no, you know, air bubbles inside, but it's not very hard. You know, it's not like squeegeeing out tint or anything like that, you know. But then, you know, I'm just doing a series of that, pushing that down, holding the entire sticker down with my weight. And also, like I said, using my fingertips to make sure that the bottoms of the tire stickers are pressed into that piece that drops down a little bit. While I prep up the next piece, which is the word good, with the Goodyear boot in it, I will tell you that when I got my tire stickers package, a few of the letters had actually come off and they were in the bag. It turned out not to be too big of a deal. I was a little like, oh, geez, don't you think there was a little better shipping packaging? But it wasn't too bad. I do think they could be a little bit more, you know, packed a little better. They come in a long Ziploc bag, basically, and things do happen and stuff like that. But like I said, a couple of the letters had come loose. I was able to easily stick them back on, and the facing was still a little sticky, so it holds them on. And there's actually 2 layers of the facing. One entire sheet, and then each letter is cut out of another piece of facing sheet. So when you pull this facing off, you most likely have the second layer that's cut out on the letters still on top of the letters, and then you're able to peel those off, and sometimes it'll come off as well. The other thing I want to mention is when I first got this package, I looked at the letters and I kind of was like, these look a little like, almost like antique white, almost like an aged white, you know, so they didn't look pure white to me at first. I put on the first 3, and as soon as I put on a set and I peeled the facing off, I realized they're a lot whiter than I had originally kind of noticed. So I'm very happy with them. So definitely, I would go ahead and recommend this product. So let me jump forward. I'll get these all on, and we'll show you the finished product, because that's pretty much it. Okay, there we go. Everything's in place. Now you're just going to peel off your facing tape. And like I said, there's 2 layers. So you probably, some of them you can actually see which ones came off. Just the one on the A. So the R, the E, and the Y all have another piece on it. So I'm going to gently take a knife. Actually, I can see a piece that's lifted right there. And what's good about that is when you take off that second layer, then you know that letter is really clean. That was going back to what I was telling you when I first looked at them. They didn't look as white as I thought they should be. But that all went away once I peeled the first set off. Very happy with them. And then just as you're peeling off, you know, check to see if you got any lifted areas. You know, there's a lot of texture on these tires, so you're gonna, you know, your letters are gluing and sticking into lower spots and everything like that. Okay, that's it. All the facing is peeled off, and then inside, my garage is pretty cold like right now. Like I told you, and the overnight temps might even get down to, you know, maybe the 20s, maybe, hopefully only 30 tonight. But what I'm doing is, and I've done with all the previous ones, I've left the tire in the house overnight at about 65 degrees to give the glue plenty of time to set, you know, and that just made me a little bit more confident in the glue. It says about an hour and then you're all set, but I like it sitting in overnight, and then I throw it on the car and then it's all set.